This subscriber has a failed Roblox game, and if I can turn it around in 24 hours, I get to keep it. We all know that Roblox games can make life-changing money.
To make millions off Roblox.
So now I'm 10 million Robux richer.
Some get millions of players and some sell for millions of dollars. Can you replicate that success in only 24 hours? As soon as I opened the file, I noticed that the subscriber wanted to replicate Grow Garden 2. My first impressions were pretty positive. Okay, well, this is not bad so far. But then I noticed our first problem. Cannot close this. The settings frame was unfinished and it did not work. First, I centered our frame, scaled it properly, and then I decided to start deleting everything I don't need. There were a lot of textures which I deleted and I replaced with gradients. I am more used to working with gradients, so it was a lot smarter choice. After I got sliders made, I added a little section where players can submit codes. But the problem is the game doesn't have support for codes, which means we have to script it. But first I scripted our slider for background music, which worked on the first try. Next, I had to get sound effects slider working, but we have a problem. The game doesn't have a sound system, so we have to add one first. After some digging, I noticed the game does have support for it, but no matter what I did, the sounds were always delayed and it annoyed me a lot. So I did what any other developer would. I deleted it and I added my own system. Now, when players hover and click any button element, it will play sound effects. And the slider for sound effects already worked as well. We still have 22 hours remaining, but I already noticed another massive problem. We never actually finished making our code system. So first I connected all of our paths to the codes frame and then we started scripting the code system. I would have just taken one from other game, but this was my first time making the code system. I must say, it was fairly simple. And now when players type in the correct code, they get cash. And if they type incorrect code, they get this error notification. Then I noticed another small problem. You see, the error notification also has no sounds, and since we added our new sound system, we should change that. So I assigned new sound effects for both success and error notifications. And we changed up the font of the notification label to match our settings frame. We also updated the look of the buttons that are on top of the screen. We still have 20 hours remaining, and we already have a whole new setting system, a whole new sound system, code system, and improved notifications. We aren't doing that bad. It is time to get some sleep.
And now a word from our sponsor.
If you have a live game on the Roblox and want to work with big brands like Walmart or NASCAR, use GIQ. GIQ is data platform for all brands in gaming. For Roblox developers, GIQ offers integration network, which gives you a free personal dashboard with insights on your games and gets you discovered by the brands such as Walmart or NASCAR. The GIQ integration network is a smart way for Roblox developers to monetize their experiences. It brings the most value to developers with games that have over 500,000 visits. If you're a Roblox developer with a live experience, click my link in the description to sign up to the GIQ integration network. Now back to the video. I feel very good and energized. We have 10 hours remaining, so let's use the most of it. I opened my studio and started opening other frames to see what is the state of those frames. I know visually they are not bad, but when I checked how they were set up, I honestly wanted to cry. But this is exactly why I'm here. I decided to start with the gear shop. This is where players buy sprinklers and other gardening items. After studying it for a while, I realized the fastest solution was just to rebuild the frame structure. The problem was that moving things around confused some of the scripts. Imagine you move your TV from the living room to the bedroom. If someone tells you to grab the TV from the living room, you'll never find it. That's basically what happened to my buttons. The scripts were looking in the old location. Once I updated those locations, most things worked again. Except this close button. For some reason, that thing refused to cooperate. I spent way longer on it than I ever wanted, but eventually it started working. Our gear frame had been completely transformed, and it only ate 1 hour, which means we still have 7 hours remaining. But then I noticed something. We only have 7 hours remaining and I still have at least 6 frames to redo, which means that if I spend too much time on even one of those frames, I could fail this challenge. I don't want to disappoint you guys, so I had to lock in. I noticed that the seed shop is set up the same way our old gear shop was set up, which means I could just delete the old frame and replace it with the new frame from the gear shop. All I need to do is adjust the colors and few scripts. This helped us a ton, and we only spent it 30 minutes before we got it working. Next, I had to redo Crate's frame. This was the same story all over again, but this time without a restocking system. So we deleted buttons and labels we don't need, and we moved to the next frame. Crate's menu and fence menu work the same way. All of our main shop menus have been transformed, and if I can say so, the game is looking a lot better, but we still have a lot of work to do. I remade the loading screen, I remade the pet system, and all of the frames have been transformed. But then I noticed something I overlooked. When I joined the studio for the first time, I noticed there was a Robux store. Let's take a look at this. But somehow I forgot about it. So I went back to check it and I noticed only cash products were working. When I bought packs, I got nothing. I was panicking. We only have 2 hours remaining, and if I don't get this shop working, I'm going to lose all of my progress. Luckily, the frame he used is a frame I already worked on in the past, which means all the paths are correct, so remaking it was a 15-minute job. But we still were missing images for the seeds, so I deleted the image placeholder and then something clicked. I remembered the seed shop uses viewport frames, which means that system already exists. I just need to connect it. I replaced the images with viewport frames and I connected the script. And I was so happy when I saw that it actually worked. Now we just have one more problem left, which is making the packs actually give you the seeds. Warning after warning, I joined the game and I just couldn't get this to work. I had to try one more thing. This was probably the most stressful 24 hours in my life. Not because of the time pressure, but because I didn't wanna disappoint you guys. I started this channel to inspire you, to connect with you, and now I get to build with you. I get to build for you. This is why I started all of this, and I couldn't let myself see you guys be disappointed. With 23 minutes remaining, we remade the whole game. We changed every single menu, every single UI element. We finished the setting system, which was basically non-existent. We added a code system. We added new sound effects to all UI elements and notifications. Some developers wouldn't be able to do this in a whole week, but we managed to get it done in 24 hours. This is when I realized it doesn't matter what I am building, it doesn't matter how fast something needs to be done. As long as there is a real purpose behind it, you will find a way to do it. All that matters is that you start.